Hi friends, my name is Quinn and I'm here with my friend Clancy. We're here on sovereign Awabakal and Warramah country here today in Newcastle, Mullumbimba, the world's largest coal port, as part of the sustained disruption of Blockade Australia. This is the 10th sustained day of disruption, and I believe the 18th action to occur on these sovereign lands. I'd like to firstly acknowledge that sovereignty was never ceded, and this land was stolen over 250 years ago. We are here today as part of a sustained disruption to the exploitative and extractive colony of Australia. What's that? Yeah, I'm live streaming. Do you want to say hi, Clancy? So we are up on, what's it called again? A stacker reclaimer, and we are here on this beautiful country that has been extracted and destroyed. And Clancy is about to upside down on a rope, and I'm about to lock myself onto an elbow. This reads Love and Rage. I'd like to acknowledge and pay respects to traditional custodians of this land, elders past, present and emerging, and acknowledge that Indigenous people have been on the front lines of fighting climate injustice for over 250 years. And I'd like to again acknowledge that this land is stolen. We've got a banner here with us today that reads, Australia is a climate thug. Before I lock on, I'll have a bit of a show of this beautiful view. We've got some workers over there checking we're doing everything safely. Once again, I'd like to show you around. We've got a beautiful day. It's about 6:30, 7 p.m. and this absolutely disgusting landscape. We see the piles of coal, the stolen natural the natural minerals that make up this landscape that have been extracted and are being exported around the world. This is stolen land and stolen wealth. It is killing our land, animals, air and water. And people around the world are already dying because of this exploitative and extractive system we call Australia. Just show you a bit of the view. So we're up quite high at the moment. That's down at the ground level. Yeah. Whoever says that, I'm not too stoked about heights myself. We are taking non-violent direct action today because we are in a desperate time of climate and ecological collapse, and anything less than direct action is too little and does nothing to stand in the way of our oppressors, of the people who profit from the destruction of this beautiful earth, the destruction of the climate that we share and should be stewards of. I'm just going to get my super glue that's about to fall down from here. Get this plastic bag. Hey mate, I'm just going to put everyone in my pocket for a second while I adjust some things.
Do you want me to hold it?
Oh yeah, if you get the plastic bag. Or do you want to grab the camera?
Sorry about that. We're not the best.
Got a few things to get sorted.
That's the view of...
This is the Hunter River. We're here now on sovereign Awabakal and Warramah country.
Taking action in solidarity with the lands that have been stolen and exploited and desecrated for the past over 250 years. Okay, we may remove the banner, it may be in the way. It's not, it's actually, yeah, it's a bit high, but honestly, it's not that bad. I can't tell when the clouds have come through. Sorry, yeah, I'll stop. I'll look at, there's a lot of coal and there's a lot of really, really, really big piles of it. And yeah, I'll just through the sunset. Yeah, it's, I'm so sorry about the wind. If anybody has any tips of how to get rid of the wind while I'm standing here with nothing, please tell me in the comments and we will see. I'm very sorry about the wind, especially if you're listening with headphones. I'm so sorry. It's an absolute gorgeous sunset. It really is. And that you can see over there, I think, all lined up. Okay, well, I don't know which way the wind's coming. Okay, is that better? I think that could be better. Thank you, everyone. That's all the coal. It's all stopped. All the trains. Okay, yeah, I won't face the wind. I'm so sorry.
I just want to say, just acknowledge that.
Turn it?
Oh, yep. Cut the mic with your hand.
Okay,
you do
there
that. So here today we are showing the effectiveness that a small group of people can have in disrupting a bottleneck of economic and political power using non-violent civil disobedience, non-violent direct action. And as Clancy was just saying, we are here and have successfully immobilised and are seeking to, for as long as possible, shut down this coal port and the train line. On our way up, we've stopped the conveyor belt and have been able to, whilst getting up to quite extreme height, done so quite safely, and we are secure, or about to be quite secure. And just a reminder to our friends watching this that everyone watching from home has a part in this movement and your presence is valued. There are a number of ways that you can get involved and be a part of a movement for climate justice and climate action in the face of exploitation. Love you, Ella. Saw that. Everyone else tuning in, thank you for being here with us. It's quite a scary and desperate measure we are taking, but we're here together and we know that there are a number of people around the world that are behind us.
Look at all the trains backed up.
Yeah, it's a good feeling, huh?
Yeah. I might swap the camera again, switch the camera again, and I'll show you all the trains. They're like lined up. There's one train there, and then if you see, I'm not too sure. Oh, I can. You can see another one. Look at it all. Last week we were taking action on the coal line. We saw how many? 18 people?
I think, yeah, so this is, I think, the 18th disruption today. And now, of course, we are on the port, which is the world's biggest coal port. To those of you who are tuning in just now, we're here on stolen and sovereign Awabakal and Warramai country. We're here in Mullumbimba, the so-called Newcastle, which was the first penal colony, near the first penal colony outside of Sydney. And this city has been plagued by a colonial legacy that has spanned over 250 years now, and ever since then has been a centre point of extraction and dispossession, and has stolen the wealth and the beautiful land of the traditional custodians. The water we see over there is poisoned. The air we see is poisoned. The people who live around here, their lungs are poisoned. And we are taking action to materially disrupt what we see as a significant contributor to the ecological crisis. I personally grew up in Newcastle, and as long as I have known, this area has been a blight on a beautiful landscape. It has been a significant component of the exploitative system, which is Australia. And I would urge all of my friends, comrades, people watching local and around the continent and around the world to join us on the front lines, and however you can. This movement is a space for everyone, and there's no time left to waste. Do you have much to say at the moment, Clancy? Kind of just soaking in this view.
It's a very, very gorgeous sunset over a very gorgeous land that has been desecrated for a very, very long time, and it's very sad to see. It's going to get a bit windy, but I will show you the front. So if you can bear with the wind, it is quite windy. Oh, doesn't Quinn look amazing? Alright. That is all the coal that's been stolen, I guess, for want of a better word, from stolen lands. And it should never have been taken out. Especially now, especially in 2021, when we know everything. Well, not everything. We know that this coal is helping to destroy the only planet we live on, that has the only life support system that we can exist in currently. And it is foolhardy. It is foolhardy to keep doing this. Yes, keep it in the ground, because you certainly cannot eat coal. You certainly cannot eat it. And unfortunately, with the way that things are progressing, that may well be the only thing we can eat on this land. It's drying up. The water table is being lowered and poisoned. Our farming land is dry and arid. Desertification is setting in. Sorry, everybody. You may get put in my pocket, or I may turn you off shortly. Just a heads up. While I get sorted.
Hi again, everyone. Thanks for staying with us. To those of you tuning in, I'd like to again acknowledge that we are on stolen and sovereign land, part of the violent and extractive colony that is Australia, near the first penal colony outside of Sydney, the so-called Newcastle, on this beautiful country today. And all around us is the toxic shit, which is coal that's about to be sent around the world and poison our rivers, our waterways, continue to kill all living beings and poison our life support systems. Clancy is rigging up and about to attach themselves to this We've got this beautiful sunset behind us. So I'm just going to get up so I can show you all. Yeah, we've got a banner here, but it's a bit windy for it today. It reads, Australia are climate thugs. Oh, Australia's a climate thug. I'd like to pay respect to all of those that have come before us. Of course, the traditional people of this country, as well as those people, including Indigenous people, of course, that have been on the front lines of resistance against extractive industry, colonisation, dispossession, violence, and those that have actively fought against these same industries that we are here disrupting today. It would not be possible for us to be here if not for the determination and bravery of people before us.
She's heavy.
Heavy rig you got there.
Heavy rig. Is it safe? Everything that we're doing is safe. I have an acute anxiety.
We're doing our best to ensure that we are following safe practice, but this is a scary...
I do not weigh that. And the week before said you're putting on it does not weigh that either.
Yeah. Do you feel like doing that still? Hey, if you don't want to, it's fine. So if you could keep...
Yeah, alright, I think I might not.
Sorry.
It'd be gnarly,
is that,
but I might.
only if you want to.
I don't think I will. It's going to be a bitch to go down on.
Alright, we're kind of playing it by ear here.
Sorry, I shouldn't swear, I'm so sorry.
That's alright. We're doing whatever we can to ensure that we are following safe practice, whilst of course this is a desperate action.
You only meant to do it. Unfortunately, there will be lots more situations.
This is a...
Which way the camera's facing?
My way. This is a small inconvenience that we're taking today, but we have the privilege and maybe touched the road. The privilege and the opportunity to do what we can to protect this sovereign country. Myself, as a settler, will not face the violent persecution, potentially of that of those who have endured the carceral state in Australia. It is a small price to pay, putting my body on the line to protect a place that I call home. Again, for those tuning in, we're here today on this beautiful country, Awabakal and Warramai country. We're here as part of Blockade Australia. You feeling alright?
Yeah, no.
Clancy's just getting ready, setting up their rig.
Greta on steroids.
Greta on steroids.
You get paid to say those things. Alright, some gin stuff.
And a good reminder that the threats being made against us by the state is reflective of the significant disruption, material disruption that we are making and the impact that our actions make. We are engaging in non-violent direct action, and that is a significant threat to those who seek to exploit this beautiful country, to exploit our life systems, exploit the water, land, air, creatures, and threatening to imprison us, to threaten us with... What's that, sorry? That's alright. We got a little bit of time, but no doubt the police are on their way. protecting the interests of capital. Seen some sirens in the distance there. Let's take a look around. The moon up there. So again, to those tuning in, we're here at the world's largest coal port as part of a sustained disruption with Blockade Australia. We're on sovereign Awabakal and Warramai country, and sovereignty was never ceded. This land was stolen and is part of a continuous extractive project of so-called Australia. We are part of over a week-long mobilisation now of 10 consecutive days of material disruption of the coal port and train line. And we are taking this action because it is a necessary response to a system that is designed to exploit and kill us and all living things. Thanks, Krusty. Take some selfies. I'll do that. Can we close this for a second to take selfies?
Yeah.
I think